question of the day: what's your favorite iteration of a board game? So a game that has multiple different faces or styles on it, or maybe a series of games that play similar or at least relatively similar. Because today we're talking about Azul Queen's Garden. Now this is the newest in the Azul series, and there are 4 now. So you've got the original, the stained glass, you've got the Summer Pavilion, and now this one. They all play a little bit differently. Some are more difficult than others, some are easier than others, obviously. But this one is Queen's Garden. It's the newest one. We're going to take a look at what it does, how it plays, if it's something that you could replace any of the other ones with, or if this becomes your number 1, your number 4, whatever. Right now, we're going to rank them as well. So this is Azul Queen's Garden. All right, so here's Azul Queen's Gambit. Just kidding. Queen's Garden set up right now for 2 players. Now, you have your player board here. You have your storage area here. You have a main board over here that you'll put your scoring markers on and count some things that are important each round. So there are 4 rounds of the game. 3 of these symbols are going to score each time with this nifty little wheel here. I like it. In our first round, dark green tiles, blue tiles, and tree symbols are going to score you a point. Now, there is intermediate scoring as well as in-game scoring, which we'll get to. Just like in a normal Azul, these tiles are available right here. It is these green ones with the butterflies, the bells, and then I don't know if that's bells or tulips or whatever they are, and then butterflies, same thing. So actually we have some really similar tiles here, which is weird. But in the same fashion as Azul, if I want to take these, I would have to take all the same color or all the same symbol. So for me, I could take all the butterflies right now and take that. Now, since I didn't take all of them, this will move over and 4 more tiles will show up on top of here. Now, when I go to take same color, same symbol, it will come from all the tiles. The only new thing here is you can never have the exact same color and exact same symbol twice. You can't take it if it contains that. So for instance, if I was going to take, I don't have an example right here, but if I was going to take one of them that is the exact same, you could not take 2 of the exact same tile. You would have to only take one of them. That's the only exception for not being able to take them all. These will store over here in your area. You could also, once this is done, you'll flip it face up. Once these are gone off of it, you can flip this face up. You could take this as well. This will pay the same cost to acquire it. So if you, well, to place it, I should say. So you could acquire this if you want to. This will then cost you 3 tokens of pay to pay for it. Now, how you pay is very similar. You can spend tiles to make up your selection. So for instance, if I want to pay this, I can use either yellows or butterfly symbols to pay for this. And I need 3 because it's a number 3. That's how these symbols work, and it shows it here. Tree is 1, this bird is 2, butterflies are 3, that flower's 4, that plant thing is 5, and then these are 6. Had this been the 6th one, I would have to pay 6 tiles. So for now, I could put this in my area on my turn. So instead of just pulling everything first and then placing, you can either choose to pull now or place now on your turn. So we're going to go ahead and place this. So let's say I spend 1, 2, because they both have the same symbol or same color, and a joker tile because it's wild. That goes over there. I then would place this. Now, here's what's cool. If I were to put it, let's put it here actually. So now, in placing it here, I have a freebie essentially surrounding one of my things, because these symbols on the board, once you surround them by tiles, you're going to get these bonuses. If you surround a fountain, you get a joker tile. Those 2 things, 2 joker tiles, and surrounding a pavilion is 3 joker tiles, which is great because it's always good to have those. Same thing goes for placing tiles. So if I wanted to place this purple bird, I could either spend 2 purples, 2 birds, or 1 purple, 1 bird, and put this out there, and it can go anywhere. So now we've got 2 things around that bench. Now notice we don't have any places to put here, so you would have to have something else here in order to do it, which is why the fountain gives you the least benefit because it's already ready to go. Intermittent scoring happens at the end when everyone passes. So when all these are turned over and everything's taken and everyone's passed, you'll then score whatever it says. So in round 1, it's 1 point per dark green, 1 for trees, and 1 for blues. Now that will continue to score because yes, you might have gotten the 1 point for dark green, but it might actually be the bell symbol out here. And if you do have that, that tile will score again. So tiles can be scored twice, once for their color, once for their symbol. You'll then score 1 point for each pavilion showing in your place. So we would get 1 point here, and nothing else because we didn't finish the round out. Then you're going to score at the end of the game your groups. Now you're going to empty out joker tiles and tiles over here. Anything left over is actually negative down here. Anything joker tiles are worth a positive. However, one more thing. If you wanted to just take one of these tiles face down and place it from the supply, be up here, you can spend 6 victory points just to get one out of there, and it doesn't cost you any tiles. So it's a way to kind of jumpstart. Now, in-game scoring is pretty neat. So you're going to evaluate the colors first. So you're going to take your blues, then all the way through green. Then you're going to take your symbols, and you're going to get points based on groups of 3 or more. So if we did blues, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 that are touching. So blues are currently worth, the symbols in them is what you'll score. So this would be 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 1. So whatever that is, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 is 12. So this blue section would be 12 points. You'll do that for all your colors and all your symbols. At the end of the game, the person with the most points wins the game. So that's it. Azul Queen's Garden plays very similarly. You're going to draft tiles, and then if you take a tile, you got to take them all of that color. But what's different in this one is you're taking the actual garden pieces as well. So first of all, let's talk production quality. As always, Azul looks amazing. Now they did something in this Azul that I absolutely love, and it may have been done in some of the other ones in the past. I can't remember, but they double-sided the tiles, which is really nice. So you don't have to, I don't know why that matters so much to me, but it just does, that you don't have to flip over tiles, especially considering the symbols matter on this one. So I love that the tiles are now double-sided, so it's so much easier just to quickly throw them out there, because you are throwing them out there a lot more in this version. So production quality obviously looks great. The joker tiles are very nice. The boards I thought looked a little bit lackluster this time, and I know that seems strange, but because you're not building a floor or a stained glass, you're doing something more abstract. I thought that this one, just as an appeal, doesn't look quite as good as the other 3, specifically the first 2. However, Azul still always looks good because those nice tiles, those nice pieces are always good. However, the other ones, to me, look a little better. So that is the way it looks. Now, as far as it playing, how that translates, all the symbology is there. It makes perfect sense. You surround a symbol, you get a bonus. Joker tiles can be spent. I like that you have a certain amount of tiles that you can keep, and you can either choose to take or place, which is nice. I like the freedom of action selection in this one. To me, that's what makes Azul fun for me, is when there's more freedom of action selection, which means that this one I like a lot, but I also really like Summer Pavilion for that same reason. You're getting a bank of tiles to hold on to, as opposed to the restriction of the first one. You must put them on this row or this row. To me, that's really fun. Where do these rank? So if we're going to rank all 4 of them now, first of all, this one is a great standalone. If you've never played an Azul, you'll still like this game. It's a great abstracty, beautiful looking game, a lot of fun, a lot of selections, a lot of choices and things to do in this. So I'm a huge fan of this already. But let's rank the games now. If we're going to rank the Azul games, my ranking would be, number 1 is still probably Summer Pavilion. Number 2 is this one. Number 3 is the original Azul. And number 4 is Stained Glass. I don't know why it's my least favorite. It just is. And maybe that's because I play Sagrada so much, and I also really love Majolica. So maybe that's why. But this order for me would be 3, 4, 1, 2, if that makes any sense. So that is Summer Pavilion that's Queen's Garden. Queen's Garden, Azul, obviously a great series. They're all 4 great games, but you heard my ranking, you heard my order. Let me know your order in the comments below, which ones you like the best and why I'm wrong about my order, potentially. Probably why I'm right though, right? I'm just kidding. So until next time, I'll see ya.